Last time, there was a tournament between the Universe 6 and 7 fighters, with Universe 7 being the winners because of Manaka. This time, since I see the Coffee Vegeta saga as filler, I'm skipping it. Anyway, in the future, Trunks and Goten are running and hiding from a mysterious being causing destruction. As Trunks gets ready to go to the past again, the mysterious being arrives and grabs Bulma. As he and Goten just barely escape, the mysterious being unfortunately kills Bulma. Meanwhile, in the present, Vegeta and Raditz were training on Beerus' planet, so Goku and Gine go there as well. Anyway, back in the future, Trunks goes and meets up with Mai, but as he gets ready to go to the past, a mysterious being arrives and seemingly kills Goten and Mai, who are trying to act as a decoy. Future Trunks goes back to Capsule Corporation since it is still intact, but he ends up getting in a fight with Gine Black. However, he uses the Masenko to create a distraction for him to get to the time machine. Though Gine Black eventually spots him and tries to kill him with the Black Kamehameha, but Trunks escapes just in the nick of time. When he arrives in the present, Trunks and the other children find him, so Bulma takes him to a bedroom. She eventually gets in contact with the Saiyans via Whis, so they teleport back to the Earth. Gine then goes and gets sensor beams from Korin, and comes back and gives one to future Trunks. As he wakes up, he mistakes Gine for Black and attacks her, which surprises her, but she blocks the attack. Trunks eventually regains his composure, and they explain why Gine is still alive, since he was confused about it. In the future, Gine Black was angered that Trunks escaped, so she starts to cause more havoc until she notices her time ring reacting. Anyway, in the present, as they discuss everything, Beerus threatens destroying Bulma for creating a time machine, as messing with time isn't allowed, but Bulma bribes him not to with fish sausage. Anyway, Trunks goes on to explain what happened in his future. When he talks about Majin Buu, unfortunately some of the losses that happened in that battle were Kami and Kemi, while Trunks and Goten were training with Shin. He then explains who Gine Black is, so the Saiyans say they will go to the future and help him. However, a portal opens and Gine Black arrives, much to their surprise. Gine Black realizes that Trunks traveled through time, though as Trunks tries to fight her, Vegeta stops him since he can't win. Gine then challenges Gine Black to a fight, which she turns to a Super Saiyan 2 to fight Black. Though as the fight drags on, the time portal starts to correct itself, thus dragging her back to the future. But before she disappears, she destroys the time machine with a ki blast. In the future, Gine Black was happy she got to embed the power and fighting style of Gine within herself, which since Trunks is trapped in the past, she goes back to killing people on the Earth. Back in the present, while they try to figure out how to fix the time machine, Whis explains that Gine Black had a time ring, which only a Supreme Kai can use. Bulma then comes back with a capsule containing the time machine Cell used. While in the future, it is revealed Mai just barely survived, but Goten unfortunately was killed since he took the brunt of the attack to protect Mai. After Bulma explains where she got the time machine from, she goes to work on repairing it. Goku and Gine then go to train on King Kai's planet, while Vegeta and Raditz train in the gravity machine. Dr. Brief ends up returning and helps Bulma repair the time machine, while future Trunks explains to them how he knew Mai in the future. He still tells the story of Gine Black appearing in the resistance that formed, with it being led by Trunks, Goten, and Mai. Meanwhile, as Goku and Gine return, Beerus and Whis mention Gine Black's ki being familiar, so they decide to investigate. While the repairs continue, Trunks goes and talks with Piccolo and Krillin, mainly asking about Gohan. Piccolo explains that their Gohan doesn't fight as much anymore, while future Trunks explains his Gohan was his teacher, along with Gine before they died. Trunks then goes and meets Gohan at his work, before getting ice cream together then going back to Gohan's house. Future Trunks is then introduced to the Videl, Mr. Satan, and Pan, before being invited to stay for dinner. Trunks' time with them inspired him to find what he is fighting for, then as he returns, he finds Goku and Gine were gone. Krillin explains that he and Gine went to Universe 10 with Beerus and Whis, as there is someone there that has the same ki as Gine Black. While they head to the Sacred World of the Kai in Universe 10, Whis explains who their Supreme Kai, Guasu, is, along with who his apprentice, Zamasu, is, which Zamasu has a conversation with Guasu about wanting to destroy the humans, but Guasu informs him they can't interfere with destruction. When they arrive with Goku and Gine, Zamasu tries to attack them since he doesn't want mortals there, but Guasu stops him. Anyway, they catch Guasu up to speed on Gine Black and ask to see the time rings. Eventually though, Gine ends up in a sparring match with Zamasu, with Guasu saying it will be part of Zamasu's training. Meanwhile on Earth, Trunks talks to Krillin and his family, finding out Android 18 is his wife. Back with the fight, Gine was easily winning as a Super Saiyan 2, so she ends the fight quickly. As they leave, Whis mentions that Zamasu was suppressing his cold heart and is indeed Gine Black, which, As Gowasu asks Zamasu if he got over his distrust of mortals, he says he'll never forget Gine. While Bulma almost finishes the time machine, Whis returns to Earth with the others. After Whis fills everyone in on Zamasu potentially not being Gine Black, Vegeta goes to test future Trunks' power. Meanwhile, Gowasu shows Zamasu the Barbarians, which their barbaric nature disgusts him, so he suggests wiping them out. They then use the time ring to go 1,000 years into the future, but even though they started to civilize, they were still barbaric, thus fueling Zamasu's resolve to destroy the mortals. Vegeta tests Trunks' power and shows off Super Saiyan Blue, but he was disappointed since Trunks only tries to get stronger when enemies are present. Anyway, on Beerus' planet, Zeno contacts Beerus and Whis, saying he wants to see Goku. So, Gine teleports Goku to Beerus' planet, which is when he is told Zeno wants to see him. Meanwhile, Bulma finishes preparing the time machine, so they begin to charge it. Anyway, Gine then teleports Whis and Goku to the sacred world of the Kai. Then in Universe 10, one of the Barbarians tries to attack Zamasu, and despite Gawasu's protests, he kills it. So Gowasu berates him once they return to Universe 10's sacred world of the Kai. Regardless, Shin teleports into Zeno's palace, which after talking to the Grand Minister, he leads them to the Zenos. Zeno just wanted a friend, which leads to Goku naming Zeno Zenny. Anyway, since Goku couldn't play currently, and he promised to later, Zeno gives him the button to summon him. They then return to the Earth and go to their future, where Gine is attacked by the Resistance, since they thought she was Gine Black. After Trunks stops him from attacking, he introduces Goku and the others to the Resistance. Trunks is then reunited with Mai in the subway station, relieved that she is alive, but is saddened to hear Goten didn't survive. After giving them the castles full of food and other things, Goku spots future Yajirobe, who then explains how he survived. They then play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to fight Gine Black, and Vegeta wins. So, as they confront Gine Black, Vegeta goes Super Saiyan Blue, though his attacks aren't doing much to her. Gine Black then shows off Super Saiyan Rose, then defeats Vegeta by stabbing him with an energy blade. As she starts to fight with Gine, and tries to finish her off, they are interrupted by future Zamasu and Goku Black arriving. Zamasu originally had trouble deciding between taking Gine's body or Goku's body, so they recruited a Zamasu from another timeline that had taken Goku's body instead. Gine starts to fight with Zamasu, while Goku fights with Goku Black, though eventually Gine Black jumps in, teaming up on Gine. However, Trunks and Raditz then interrupt the fight, with Trunks and Goku fighting Goku Black, while Gine and Raditz fight Gine Black. Zamasu eventually reveals he is immortal since he would have been healing from their attacks. Zamasu also eventually ends up holding the Saiyans and places Gine Black and Goku Black blast them, defeating them. Before they could finish them off, Vegeta distracts him with a God Final Flash, though he collapses afterwards, and they realize the other Saiyans escaped, as future Yajirobe saved them, with future Mai saving Vegeta. While they return to the present, in Universe 10 Zamasu sees the fight of Gine and Hit, wondering how they could get God Ki, so he then asks about the Super Dragon Balls, so Gowasu explains everything about them. Zamasu then goes to Zuno's planet, threatening him to tell him everything about the Super Dragon Balls. Zamasu also forces Zuno to tell him about Gine, so he complies and tells him everything he wanted to know. Back on Earth, the Saiyans are given sensor beams shortly after they return to the past. Beerus, Whis, and Shin then arrive, explaining what happened with Zuno, since Zuno contacted Shin. Vegeta then explains what they had seen in the future was Zamasu and his immortality, so their current theory now is that Zamasu wished to be made into Goku Black, along with him killing Gowasu to get the time rings. Beerus, Whis, Shin, Gine, and Goku then go to Universe 10 again, explaining everything about future Zamasu and questioning him about this timeline's Zamasu and his behavior. When Zamasu questions why they were there, they claim Gine was wanting to fight him again. Even though Zamasu accepts the fight, they say they must leave and go outside the universe. They then say that Zamasu does have murderous intent, so they keep observing what is happening in Universe 10. Meanwhile, in the future, Zamasu discusses Goku Black and Gine Black becoming immortal, but they turn it down. Back in the present, future Trunks was moping around for losing once, so Trunks attacks him, since he believes he's a coward and is supposed to be a Saiyan. Anyway, Zamasu ends up killing Gowasu, so Whis reverses time, and they intervene, putting the glove on his hand. They then explain Zamasu's plan to Gowasu, and Beerus destroys Zamasu. Back on Earth, future Trunks realizes what Trunks is trying to teach, then Beerus and the others return, explaining he destroyed Zamasu. When they head back to the future, Bulma goes along with him as well, so she can guide them back to the past. When they return, Trunks gives Mai a sensor beam, then they go to confront Zamasu, Goku Black, and Gine Black. Vegeta fights Goku Black while Raditz fights Gine Black, while Goku says he knows their identity. However, They reveal they're wrong and that they are all Zamasu. They just wish to switch bodies with Gine and Goku, then killed Gine and Goku. They also explain that because of the time ring, whatever happened to his past self wouldn't affect him. Anyway, Gine Black, Goku Black, and Zamasu all start blasting at the Saiyans, so they turn into their Super Saiyan Blue forms, or Super Saiyan 2 for future Trunks. After knocking the Saiyans away, they go on to explain how they killed Gawasu, wished for immortality, destroyed the Super Dragon Balls, and then killed every Supreme Kai of other universes. Gine Black and Zamasu then cornered Gine, explaining how they killed her family. This, of course, enrages her, surprising them with the power boost she received from this. This just makes Gine Black stronger, and they go on to taunt Trunks, since his changing history caused all of this to happen. During this, Goku Black was fighting Goku, with him eventually defeating Goku as well. Anyway, all of this enrages Trunks, as he tries to attack Gine Black while Zamasu and Goku Black hold back Vegeta and Raditz. Though he is defeated, he gets even angrier and powers up into his Super Saiyan Rage. To Gine Black's surprise, Trunks to put her on the defensive, though future Zamasu and Goku Black try to step in, but Vegeta and Raditz fight with him so they can't interfere. The Zamasu, Goku Black, and Gine Black end up jumping Raditz and Vegeta, defeating them, which angers Trunks even more. While the Saiyans and Bulma retreat to the past, Trunks stays to hold off Gine Black, Goku Black, and Zamasu. They take Gine to be healed while Raditz and Vegeta leave to try and think of a plan. After Gine wakes up, they get the idea to use the evil containment wave, so Gine goes and learns it from Master Roshi while Goku learns it from Piccolo. As Beerus and Whis go back to Universe 10 to fill in Gawasu and everything, he decides to take responsibility and do something about it. Raditz and Vegeta were training in the hyperbolic time chamber, while Goku and Gine finished learning the evil containment wave. Meanwhile in the future, Mai tried to snipe Gine Black, but it doesn't work. Though they found where she was, so future Trunks comes in to save her. In their fight, Trunks seemingly defeats Gine and Goku Black, so he focuses his attention on Zamasu. As future Trunks tried to attack Zamasu with a blast, Gine Black and Goku Black stab him from behind. The Saiyans then return to the future, but the time machine is destroyed shortly after. However, Gawasu and Shin then show up. Anyway, Vegeta starts fighting with Goku Black, while Raditz fights with Gine Black. Then Goku and Gine fight with Zamasu. Out of anger, Gine Black and Goku Black use blades made from energy, but they don't help much, but they end up slicing a rift open. Though, as the fights continue, Bulma suggests future Trunks be the one to use the evil containment wave. Back at the battlefield, clones of Gine Black and Goku Black come out of the rift, and start pummeling the Saiyan warriors. Future Trunks eventually confronts Zamasu, and after becoming a Super Saiyan Rage again, he tries to steal him away. Even though he's put into the urn, Goku forgot to get the paper amulet, so Zamasu escapes. Since they see their efforts have been in vain, Zamasu has Gine Black and Goku Black fuse into Ginku Black. The combined attacks from Ginku Black and future Zamasu basically leave the heroes helpless. Meanwhile, Bulma works on repairing the time machine, while Trunks takes the bag of sensu beans and heads to the battlefield. Back at the fight, Goku and Gine try teaming up on the fusion, while Raditz and Vegeta fight with Zamasu. However, they are beaten and knocked aside, which is when Trunks arrives. Trunks transforms to Super Saiyan Rage again, and he ends up in a beam struggle with the villains, but Vegeta joins it, making it a father-son Gallic gun, causing them to overpower the enemies. When they try to use a blast against Trunks, Vegeta takes the hit, falling unconscious. Goku then steps in and ends up in a beam struggle too, but he wins his as well. Even when Goku uses the Kaioken, he is defeated by the fusion, then Raditz and Gine are defeated as well. Since they had no other options, they resort to fusion and eat sensu beans first, with Gine and Goku becoming Ginku, and Vegeta and Raditz becoming Vegets. They would then immediately go Super Saiyan Blue, which allows them to easily beat down the fusion and Zamasu. When they go to finish off the fusion, they would knock Zamasu down to get him out of the way. Then both fusions use a combined blast against Ginku Black, which succeeds in killing her. Their fusion breaks right after this, so Zamasu starts to beat them down. However, Trunks shows up with his key sword and starts to attack Zamasu. He then gathers energy from everyone, forming the Sword of Hope. This easily defeats Zamasu, but they celebrate too soon, as he takes over the world as Infinite Zamasu, since he is immortal. They can't do anything about this, and after Goku finds out future Xeno would still be alive, he uses the button to summon him. As future Xeno destroys the world in Zamasu, the heroes and Trunks go to the present. Goku eventually goes back and rescues future Xeno, then takes him and introduces him to Xeno. Then, while at a celebratory dinner, Whis tells them they can go to a timeline where their world wasn't destroyed. So, after the dinner, Trunks and Mai go to this new timeline, as they say one last goodbye to everyone.